Hello. So today, I hope you're ready because normally you catch me going deep on the mindset, how to unlock more success, like all of the deep psychology behind business. But strategy is my other love. So today we are going deep into the nitty-gritty strategy pieces around how to actually create more income while working less. I want to actually take you through the actual income streams that you need in your business to allow for more freedom and the strategies that are going to back it up. A lot of my clients, when they come to me for business coaching or inside of my group programs, they're doing pretty well in their business and they get to do the damn work that they actually love. More often than not, they can't quite see how they could possibly have more income and more time for freedom when they're so capped out. Their days are just jam-packed full. Or if you've already got really incredible boundaries around your time, then you can't quite see, how do I earn more without eating into some of that free time that I've worked so damn hard to create? That is why I'm here to share this with you today, because I have cracked the code. Before this year had even started, I had already locked in over $150,000. Actually, it was $170,000 for the entire of this year, locked in, contracts signed, clients in, dream clients, by the way. And when I calculated how many hours it would require from me to fulfill what I'd signed up, right? I calculated 40 hours, not per week, for the entire year. That is like less than 1 hour per week if we spread it out to earn $170,000. And this was before the year had even started. This was locked in signed contracts. So obviously that's going to be my baseline. And I'm doing extra fun things like this, like YouTube, podcasts, just things that light my fire up. But if I wanted to, I knew that I was covered, like more than covered. That is like almost 5 times what my old wage used to be. I used to earn like $40K a year, which is wild. So it's already insane amounts of revenue. And if I really wanted to, I don't have to show up on social media. I don't have to create these fun videos and podcasts and things like that, but I want to. So everything else in my business, every program I launch, every selling activity that I do, it comes from this most grounded place of knowing that I am good. I am good for the next entire year. Everything else gets to be a bonus, and that is where our whole entire inner world gets to shift as well. So if you didn't catch the previous episode around the mindset shifts that you need to get unstuck from that hustle and burnout, then please go and listen to that, because that is a whole other level and we go deep over there. But this is what gets to happen when we actually structure our business in a certain way. Because there was a time where I was maxed out with my clients, earning pretty good income, not as big income as I'm earning now, but I was back to back with 6 client coaching calls in a day. Now, part of that was the mistake that I accidentally didn't set up my calendar where it would close off once people booked in. So I remember having this day where I had 6 clients, 1 hour each, back to back for the entire day. There was not even 1 minute spare between each call. So I had to quickly rush off that call, get on the next one. No time for even a drink of water or a toilet break. That is not the vibe, right? So that was one day and I was like, oh, hell no, I've got to fix this, because I'm not going to show up in my best if I'm doing that. So right? You've probably been there, or maybe you're there right now. Or like I said, if you've already created that freedom, it's like, cool, I'm ready for my next level, but how? We're going to go into that. Something that I realized very, very early on into my business was that money means absolutely nothing if you're sacrificing everything else to get it. Like, I started my business to do what I love, to make the impact, to leave a legacy, but I also did it to create that sustainable income that actually allows more freedom. I did not start it so that I could base my whole entire worth on a certain figure. So if you really want to have that freedom and the success that you really want, then you need to set your business up to allow for that. And a lot of business owners, when they come to me, they are not set up to allow for more. One of my incredible clients, she is a photographer, and she came to me last year. She was having massive success in her business, doing 30K months as a photographer. She was getting to do what she loved, but she was feeling really, really burnt out. And it felt like this constant hustle to get those clients in, to sustain that revenue, to do all of the things that she wanted. And so within 3 months, we restructured her entire business. And within 3 months, she had increased her revenue by 3 to 4 times. And she'd more than halved her working hours. She had to increase her prices literally like 3 times in the span of a couple of months because of the amount of demand, because she could, and because her business model allowed for that as well. She also then had more time to position herself as that expert, as that authority, and she was approached for a $25,000 project. Like one client, one project, $25K. Insane results. And this only happened because we restructured her business, but also she did the deep inner work around actually taking action on that. So let's be more strategic about it, because just adding more strategies and more productivity hacks is not going to give you these kind of results in that amount of time. I see a lot of people talking about, hey, try my marketing and sales hacks and let's get you more clients. But what they're not teaching you is to have the foundations in place to actually receive more clients. Once we have the foundations in place, then we get to launch into let's do all the marketing and strategy, because when you get a client, you know that you can sustain it and it's not going to eat into your freedom and your hobbies and going to the beach and just living your damn life. So we are going to need 2 main things to unlock this. The deep inner mindset work, which rewiring old patterns, shifting deep beliefs, and working at the subconscious level to rewire the way that you work, which was in my previous video. And number 2 is setting up your business structure around your lifestyle. So that's going to look like the income streams, the pricing structures, the marketing, the sales. All of this helps you create that level of freedom, but also lets you achieve your big dreamy AF goals, because I know you're a big dreamer, right? So we're here to do both. So I'm going to share a few key things. I think I've got 4 strategies that you can really start to implement today. And this is actually something that I go so deep into with my one-on-one clients and inside of my Business for Life container. So I'm going to jump into them today, and all of these that I'm sharing with you are super customizable to you, to your dream life, to your vision of success, because we're not just here to copy what Jess did in her business and make a replica of that, because that's not always going to work out for you. So keep that in mind as I go through these, and take what you can and apply it to your business. So number 1 is actually structuring your business in a way that is scalable without impacting your dream lifestyle. So here's an example for you. If you currently charge $500 and it takes you 1 hour to fulfill that client, that job, that sounds pretty good, right? $500 an hour? Hell yes. But if your goal is 100K months, then you're going to be working 50 hours a week. That's 10 hours per day, 5 days a week, which when you think about a full-time job is 40 to 50, 60 hours if you're working overtime. So it doesn't sound crazy, right? But you didn't start your business to have another full-time job. And when you think about it, that's actually not even counting your own admin, your own marketing, your own business building activities. And so if we add all that on, that's another 50 hours in the week, and all of a sudden you're working a 100 plus hour week. That's pretty hectic. I've been there. It ain't fun. So what we need to actually do is look at this and really think about the structure. What offers are you selling? What pricing are you charging? And when I see people talk about scalable business models, they're like, cool, make an online course. You do no work and then you can sell it and you just make money. But that is like the biggest, I guess, smokes and mirrors sales activity, because guess what? Those people are probably trying to sell you a course on how to make an online course, right? Online courses still require, if you've got integrity, a lot of the time, online courses need updating. They need you to be putting in energy. Any time that I relaunch or resell or re-promote my online courses or my programs, I'm updating them. I'm releasing new modules. I'm making sure that they are still relevant because the world is moving so quickly. Like, even if you have an online course, doesn't mean it is pure passive income. We still have to put energy and intention behind it. So what I see a lot of people doing is looking for the secret where do I not have to work, but give me all the money, please. But we still need intention behind everything we do. And so I actually run a very, very spacious business, and I still do one-on-one coaching, me and one client, and we go deep together because I have priced it accordingly, priced it according to all of my years and experience, to my knowledge, to the transformations that I get for my clients, but also priced it accordingly to my business model, to allowing for more freedom. So this week, I have 2 one-on-one client calls. That is it. I'm not running currently any group programs or live programs where I need to teach online. So 2 hours in the entire week for clients. The rest of the time, I'm working on my business, I'm working on my marketing, I'm creating content, or I'm just at the beach or reading a book or binging like my favorite reality TV shows, whatever the hell I want to do, right? Last week, I had 1 client call. That was it. And so the key to all of this is not finding what is the easiest option for me, but what is the option that lights me up the most? What do I love doing in my business? And then we get to price it accordingly. We get to structure the inclusions, how you deliver the value. All of that gets to be a result of deciding what you love, the formats that you love for your offers first, and deciding on your dream life, like how many hours do you want to be working? And then we get to structure that around that. So that is pretty cool. Point number 2 is recurring revenue. So for me, at literally any point in my business, I can check and forecast exactly how much revenue I have coming in at any time. I can check for months in advance and know my baseline, how much revenue is coming in. And this is based on recurring revenue. So recurring revenue is things like payment plans. Maybe people are paying monthly to pay off something that they've signed up for you with. Maybe it's retainers. Maybe you work on a monthly basis with your clients and you might have a 6-month contract with them. So you can know exactly how much money is coming in. Now, what I love about this, firstly, is it creates a whole new level of safety within your subconscious mind. So when you know, like for example, for me, I know 170K was my baseline before the year had even started. That has now created in my subconscious mind a level of safety, because even still, my mind is like, hey, Jess, but what if this happens? What if you don't sell anything? What if everything hits the fan and like your business burns down? I can go back to the facts, because as much as we want to be positive, we're like, no, don't worry. I know it's coming. We get to work on the mindset from that level. But when we have hard facts, like we get to catch it and be like, thank you, subconscious mind, for alerting me to this danger. But I'm good, thanks, because I can see the actual numbers. Now, even if you don't see the actual numbers yet, that is going to be the same process, right? We want to work on the mind. We don't want to sit in that scarcity, that fear, all of that. But it's a whole nother thing. Your subconscious cannot argue with literal facts that it is secured. So something that I work through with my clients is I have a profit planning spreadsheet tool that I created from scratch. And you can literally put in exactly your offers, how many people have signed up, and it like populates how much cash, how much revenue, all of the things coming into your business, which is super fun. So I keep that updated in my business all the time. I can open it right now at any point in the day and see exactly what this month is sitting at, what next month is sitting at. Before January had even started, January was sitting at 28K. Like, this is where we get to start to move up in our business, and this is where recurring revenue gets to be really, really cool. Another thing I love about recurring revenue is that the effort to sell someone in who chooses let's say they choose a payment plan, obviously the total revenue is going to be the same, whether they pay it in full or they pay it monthly. But with the monthly, it's great because you know that you've got some money coming in ongoing. If you have retainers in your business where people are locked into monthly payments, then that's going to be awesome too. So this is going to be really, really great just for longevity, for knowing that you're sorted. Also, when you know how much money is coming in each month as a baseline, obviously you're going to keep smashing your goals, you're going to keep doing epic things, and that's going to grow. You can manage teams, you can manage your business needs. If you can see in 2 or 3 months' time, you're going to need more team, you're going to need more help, you're going to need to automate, you're going to need all these things, then you can forecast a whole lot better as well. Now, the last piece that I want to share, number 3, is going to be simple yet impactful strategies for marketing and sales. So if we want to remove the pressure to always be marketing, to always be hustling, you know, the anxiety where it's like, holy shit, I've got no sales, I need to hustle, I need to sell, I need to do the things. That makes me tired just saying that. We want simple but bloody impactful strategies for your marketing and sales. We want longevity of your brand. We want people to be thinking of you even when you're not hustling your ass off, selling, promoting, creating content on like this never-ending hamster wheel. So often people think if they want to increase their income, then they need to do more marketing, more posts on Instagram, more selling, more Instagram stories, more TikToks, more YouTubes, more podcasts, more holy shit, like more. But it's not doing more. It's actually about doing the things you're currently doing, if not less, more potently, deeper. Because when we think about it, if we're doing more and we only have 100% energy to give, right, and we spread out our 100% across everything now gets 10% of our thoughts, of our strategy, of our understanding and consumer psychology and what actually gets people moving. But instead, if we do a few things with more intention and deeper, then each thing gets 100% impact. And while it doesn't always work out that way, I know we've got the algorithm, we've got the things, we've got so many things that play a part. It is still going to have so much more impact when you can put more energy and intention behind the marketing and sales that you are doing. Now, if we really want to make an impact, how do we do that? Like, how do we do it more intentionally? How do we be more strategic with it? And what it comes down to is really understanding consumer psychology on the deepest level. And not just understanding consumer psychology, like how our messaging impacts people, how our energy is going to impact people. All of these things come together to create action. If you want your audience taking action, if you want to be seen as a leader where people actually take what you say and do the damn thing, create an impact, leave a legacy, then you need to understand how to make people move. That is it, right? You need to understand how to do this. And so consumer psychology is like a massive, massive piece of what I teach my clients, but especially I go deep into that in my course, Selling in Flow, because when you understand that, it doesn't matter if you're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, doesn't matter about the platform, doesn't matter about how long you've got to get your message across, because you can apply this to every single channel. Because at the end of the day, it is a human being on the other side. So then it doesn't really matter whatsoever about the actual platform or the format, or whether it's like a carousel post or a damn reel or whatever it is, right? This is how you're going to get people taking action. And by understanding this, now you haven't had to output and hustle and burn out, like doing content creation days, making 50,000 videos and feeling dead to the world after. You get to create a few really impactful pieces, and then the rest of your time you get to do your damn thing, grow your business, live your life. So to recap, I know I said 4 at the start, which I actually combined 2 into that first point. So I said 3, but we got 4, right? So setting up your business to create a scalable business model. Things like income streams, offers, pricing, all of these are going to be a huge, huge part of it. But we know that just increasing our prices, like I could tell you, you want to increase your income, 10x your price today and see what happens, right? It doesn't happen that easy. Because if I told you to 10x your price right now, like think about how much actually is that. If you currently charge $500, that's going to be $5,000 now that you're charging for the exact same offer. Your mind is going to be like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. My audience won't pay that. Like, that ain't possible, Jess. So increasing our prices is just one tiny piece of it. And we need to be strategic about what that's going to look like, who our audience is, all the things. So we've got creating that scalable business model and having scalable and sustainable income streams, offers that truly light you up, but that actually create that freedom for you. We've got recurring revenue, encouraging that. Profit planning, having control and visibility over your numbers is key. Like if you're in business, you better know exactly how much is coming in next month. And if you don't know exactly how much you made last month, then you need to get on top of this. Because at any one point, I can tell you exactly what I did for the last few months, or I could just open my spreadsheet and see exactly what that's looking like for the future as well. And the last one is simple but impactful strategies, so that we're not hustling on this never-ending content creation roller coaster, that we're giving pure, deeply ingrained strategic pieces of content that get your audience to move. And this is not just going to be like, how do I trick more people into buying my stuff? No, like understanding this is how you serve your clients at the deepest level. When they're in your container, you now know how to get them to take action and move. When they're not yet in your container, you know how to communicate to them to get that action happening as well. Because you know, if you've set up your offers in the best way, that you're so lit up, you're so connected by them, then you know you need to sell, and you're doing your clients a disservice if you're not selling as well. So all of this, and these are just 4 small pieces of what I obviously teach in my programs, Business for Life, and my one-on-one coaching. But if you can just nail these 3 and start truly taking action on them, not just listening to this and then like going and binging a ton more different videos or lessons online, but actually taking real action towards this, your entire business gets to shift really, really quickly. You can be like my client who literally 4x'd her income in 3 months, but is working half the time. So when we think about it, technically, time versus income, she's actually 8 times that. 8 times her earning potential in 3 months. This is why we get to move fast, by taking action. So if this has lit you up today, if this is like set that fire under your ass, I would love to hear it. I would love to hear what you think. Screenshot, share this to your Instagram stories, tag me at jess.williamson8, like, subscribe, comment, give me all of the love, because I just want to put all the love right back on you. And I really, really appreciate you for hanging out with me over here, because we get to go deep. And if you're loving this, make sure you do subscribe so you get all the notifications. I'll be dropping so much more value this year. So I will speak to you real soon.